Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure, two of the surest stepping stones to success. The one charm of the past is that it is in the past. The lie flies, and the truth limps after it. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Men are moved by two levers, only fear and self-interest. Learn first, teach later. Only those who can afford not to lie are free. All you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination. Never put off till tomorrow the fun you can have today. Most so-called failures are only temporary defeats. Difficulty shows what men are. Problems cannot be solved with the same level of thinking that created them. We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. Give a man power, and you will find out who he is. He who builds on the people builds on the mud. Treat your parents as you would like your children to treat you. Receive without conceit, release without struggle. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. The greatest victory is victory over yourself. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Laziness travels so slowly that poverty soon overtakes him. You can never be overdressed or overeducated. The best is always the enemy of the good. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. In times of war, the law falls silent. Real change, enduring change, happens one step at a time. When you have a dream, you've got to grab it and never let go. Keep your face always toward the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. I want to be in the arena. I want to be brave with my life. And when we make the choice to dare greatly, we sign up to get our asses kicked. We can choose courage, or we can choose comfort, but we can't have both, not at the same time. Life's biggest tragedy is that we get old too soon and wise too late. Men cheat because they don't feel needed, women because they don't feel loved. We must bring our own light to the darkness. The fact that people do not learn from the mistakes of history is the most important lesson of history. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. I am experienced enough to do this. I am knowledgeable enough to do this. I am prepared enough to do this. I am mature enough to do this. I am brave enough to do this. I'm going to be gone one day, and I have to accept that tomorrow isn't promised. Am I okay with how I'm living today? It's the only thing I can help. If I didn't have another one, what have I done with all my todays? Am I doing a good job? Great men are meteors designed to burn so that Earth may be lighted. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. You make a choice. Continue living your life, feeling muddled in this abyss of self-misunderstanding, or you find your identity independent of it. You draw your own box. Smile. Today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. First think, second believe, third dream, and finally dare. We learn not in school, but in life. Genius lies in the ability to distinguish the difficult from the impossible. We generate fears while we sit. We overcome them by action. Fear is nature's way of warning us to get busy. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. Nothing costs so much in life as illness and ignoring an illness. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. At the end of the day, whether or not those people are comfortable with how you're living your life doesn't matter. What matters is whether you're comfortable with it. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. When they give you lined paper, write the other way. For me, becoming isn't about arriving somewhere or achieving a certain aim. I see it instead as forward motion, a means of evolving, a way to reach continuously toward a better self. The journey doesn't end. Stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that you can become great too. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Not having the best situation, but seeing the best in your situation is the key to happiness. No wise man ever wished to be younger. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. All that we are is the result of our thoughts. Without courage, wisdom bears no fruit. The world is boring for boring people. We are not our best intentions. We are what we do. It is unrealistic to expect people to see you as you see yourself. People, in essence, do not grow up. They only get old. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting its shoes on. Control your finances, or lack of them will control you. Women are meant to be loved, not to be understood. Rule your mind, or it will rule you. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. 10 people who speak make more noise than 10,000 who are silent. Take the attitude of a student. Never be too big to ask questions. Never know too much to learn something new. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. I'm not going to continue knocking that old door that doesn't open for me. I'm going to create my own door and walk through that. I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. One can always be kind to people about whom one cares nothing. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. When someone betrays you, it's because it is a reflection of their character, not yours. No man is free who is not a master of himself. A donkey loaded with gold will open the gates of any fortress. The secret to being creative alone? Ideas are born in loneliness. Recognizing a problem is half the success in solving it. Do not allow people to dim your shine because they are blinded. Tell them to put some sunglasses on. Live your beliefs, and you can turn the world around. Other people's stupidity never makes us smart. The saints are the sinners who keep on trying. Weaknesses are just strengths in the wrong environment. Manage your mood, because if it does not obey, then it commands. If you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. If you cannot have a faithful friend, be your own friend. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. You define your own life. Don't Let other people write your script. He can do anything who thinks that he can do anything. True love never has a happy ending because there is no ending to true love. Throw off your worries when you throw off your clothes at night. Learning how to be still, to really be still and let life happen, that stillness becomes a radiance. In order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion. Keep busy. It's the cheapest kind of medicine there is on this earth, and one of the best. You may turn into an archangel, a fool, or a criminal. No one will see it, but when a button is missing, everyone sees that. There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love. Intellect is invisible to the man who has none. Much is expected from that to whom much is given. Do not look back when leaving. Marrying is not at all difficult. It is difficult to be married. Find out who you are and be that person. That's what your soul was put on this earth to be. Find that truth, live that truth, and everything else will come. Our thoughts make us what we are. Be equally indifferent to blame and praise. What Paul says about Peter tells us more about Paul than about Peter. Belief creates the actual fact. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. To give out someone else's secret is a betrayal. To give out yours is stupidity. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Our lives are stories in which we write, direct, and star in the leading role. Some chapters are happy, while others bring lessons to learn. But we always have the power to be the heroes of our own adventures. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. If a man is as wise as a serpent, he can afford to be as harmless as a dove. Since we're all going to die, it's obvious that when and how don't matter. A man only begins to be valued when he is no longer there. Often, the lies that are believed become the truth. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I lived through this horror. I can take the next thing that comes along. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Above all things, respect yourself. To lead an orchestra, you must turn your back on the crowd. If you make your internal life a priority, then everything else you need on the outside will be given to you, and it will be extremely clear what the next step is. Be courageous. Challenge orthodoxy. Stand up for what you believe in. When you are in your rocking chair talking to your grandchildren many years from now, be sure you have a good story to tell. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Compromise is the best and cheapest lawyer. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. I care about decency and humanity and kindness. Kindness today is an act of rebellion. A clever person solves a problem. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. No gains without pains. You are not what happened to you. You are what you chose to become. When in doubt, tell the truth. He who is to be a good ruler must have first been ruled. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Progress is impossible without change. Everyone has inside of him a piece of good news. The good news is that you don't know how great you can be, how much you can love, what you can accomplish, and what your potential is. There is nothing impossible for those who will try. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Children learn by an adult's example, not by their words. When it comes to luck, you make your own. Anything you dream is fiction, and anything you accomplish is science. The whole history of mankind is nothing but science fiction. Live every day as your last, because one of these days it will be. The man that marries a woman with big breast will always have a partner who is confident in her own body and embraces her femininity. No man becomes rich unless he enriches others. Wake up determined, go to bed satisfied. People tell you the world looks a certain way. Parents tell you how to think. Schools tell you how to think. TV, religion, Nobody sets the rules but you. You can design your own life. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Spread love everywhere you go. A truth is not hard to kill. A lie told well is immortal.